Hey everyone, ready for another deep dive? Today we're tackling something that's been absolutely buzzing in the business world. AI lead generation software.
It's exciting stuff.
It really is. And to be honest, when I first started digging into the research for this one, it felt like a bit of a jungle out there. Articles, guides, reviews. It's overwhelming.
It can be. There's definitely a learning curve.
Exactly. So we've been combing through a ton of material to pull out the juiciest insights so we can all get a clear picture of what this AI lead generation is all about, where it shines, and maybe where there's a bit of, well, hype.
Yeah, let's cut through the noise and get to the good stuff.
Exactly. That's the whole point of these deep dives, right?
Yeah.
So for anyone who might just be joining us for the first time, maybe we should start with the basics. What is AI lead generation software? What's all the fuss about?
Well, at its core, AI-led generation software is all about using the power of, well, artificial intelligence to help businesses find and connect with potential customers, leads as they're called in the sales world.
Makes sense. But we've always had ways to find leads, right? Networking events, cold calling, even just good old-fashioned advertising.
Yeah.
So what makes AI so different? What's the big leap?
The big leap is, well, AI is a game changer because it goes way beyond just automating the things we've always done. It's not just about doing things faster.
I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, AI lead generation software is actually analyzing data, mountains of data, to identify, qualify, and even engage those potential customers in ways that, well, that we simply couldn't do before, at least not at scale.
Okay, now that's starting to sound a little more like, I don't know, sci-fi than sales. Can you give us a real-world example, something we can all relate to?
Sure, think of it this way. It's like having a 247 sales assistant who never gets tired, never misses a detail, and never makes a mistake. That's the kind of power AI brings to the table.
Okay, that's a powerful image. A tireless, flawless sales assistant. I think I could get used to that idea.
Right, and that's just scratching the surface. We're seeing AI do things that were honestly unthinkable just a few years ago. Pinpointing the exact moment a lead is most likely to convert, predicting which website visitors are ready for a sales call based on their behavior. The possibilities are, well, they're pretty mind-blowing.
That's what I love about these deep dives, uncovering those aha moments that change how we think about things.
Yeah.
It sounds like AI is taking the guesswork out of lead generation. Is that a fair assessment?
It is, to a large extent. AI is bringing a level of precision and predictability to sales that we've never seen before.
Okay, now I'm really starting to get why this is such a hot topic.
Yeah.
But I'm also curious, what are some of the key benefits that businesses are actually seeing? What's the real-world impact of all this AI magic?
Well, one of the biggest benefits is, as you might expect, efficiency. We're seeing reports of AI handling tasks in seconds, literally seconds, that would take humans hours, if not days, to complete. And it's not just about speed, it's also about accuracy.
Yeah, I can see how that would be huge for businesses, especially small businesses. Who doesn't want to save time and money?
Exactly, and that's not all. AI is also helping businesses to connect with leads on a much deeper level. We're talking personalized messages that resonate with individual needs and interests. It's about building relationships, not just blasting out generic emails.
That's a big one. We live in a world where everyone feels bombarded with marketing messages. If AI can help businesses cut through the noise and connect with people in a more meaningful way, that's a game changer.
It is. And we have the data to back it up. One of the sources we came across actually quoted a user who saw their email open rates jump by a whopping 25% after implementing AI-powered personalized outreach. That's a pretty dramatic impact.
That's huge. So we're talking about saving time, increasing accuracy, and boosting engagement. It's no wonder businesses are so excited about AI lead generation. But with all this talk about AI, I think it's easy to get lost in the hype. What are some practical things businesses should actually be looking for when choosing an AI lead generation platform?
That's a great question. And you're right, there's a lot of hype out there. But at the end of the day, businesses need to focus on what actually works. Based on our research, there are 3 key features that stand out: predictive analytics, lead scoring, and the ability to create truly personalized campaigns.
Okay, let's break those down a bit. Predictive analytics sounds pretty futuristic. What exactly does that entail?
It is a bit futuristic, but it's also very real. Think of predictive analytics as a crystal ball for your sales pipeline. It's using historical data and trends to forecast future-led behavior. It could be predicting which leads are most likely to convert, identifying the optimal time to reach out to a particular prospect, or even anticipating potential challenges before they arise.
Wow, so it's like having a sixth sense for sales. That's pretty powerful stuff. And what about lead scoring? How does AI play a role there?
Lead scoring is all about prioritizing your efforts, making sure you're focusing on the hottest prospects, the ones most likely to convert into paying customers. AI algorithms analyze lead data, things like demographics, website behavior, email engagement, all that good stuff.
To automatically rank those leads based on their likelihood of becoming a customer, I get it. No more wasting time chasing dead ends. And finally, personalized campaigns. We've touched on this a bit, but it's clearly a key feature. What makes it so essential in the world of AI lead generation?
Personalization is absolutely key in today's world. Customers are just bombarded with generic marketing messages. They can smell a mass email a mile away. AI allows businesses to cut through all that noise, to deliver truly tailored communications, messages that actually resonate.
Okay, so it's not just about being efficient. It's also about being effective, delivering the right message to the right person at the right time.
Exactly. That's the power of AI. It's about using data to create meaningful connections.
This is all starting to make a lot of sense, but I'm also getting the sense that choosing the right AI software can be overwhelming. There's a lot out there. The research we've been looking at mentions a ton of different platforms.
It does, and it can be a bit of a jungle out there, as you said. Some of the names that pop up repeatedly are HubSpot, Apollo.io, Drift, Leadfeeder, ZoomInfo, Outreach.io, Sixth Sense, and InsideSales.com. They all have their strengths and weaknesses, of course. And the best choice really depends on your specific needs, your budget, and what systems you already have in place.
It could be a lot to sift through. It's definitely helpful to have these deep dives to guide us. And speaking of guidance, there's one platform that seems to be getting a lot of buzz, especially for small businesses. HubSpot. What is it about HubSpot that makes it stand out?
HubSpot is really popular, and for good reason. It's consistently praised for being, well, affordable, it's easy to use, and it has a comprehensive set of features that cover pretty much everything a small business would need to get started with AI lead generation.
It's like the perfect entry point into the world of AI-powered sales.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, are there any other players on the field that are worth mentioning? Anything truly unique or groundbreaking?
There is one that's particularly intriguing. It's called TrafficID. What makes TrafficID so unique is its ability to identify anonymous website visitors and turn them into, well, actionable leads.
Hold on. It can actually reveal the identities of people who haven't filled out a form on my website. How is that even possible? Sounds like magic.
It's pretty remarkable. TrafficID utilizes a vast data co-op network to match website visitor data with existing profiles. It's a little bit like having a detective working behind the scenes, uncovering the identities of those who have shown interest in your business, but haven't explicitly given you their information.
So instead of just seeing a bunch of faceless IP addresses in my analytics,
Uh-huh.
I could actually have names, companies, and even contact information for people who are browsing my website.
Exactly. Imagine the possibilities. You could reach out to those who have shown interest in specific products or services, tailor your marketing messages based on their browsing behavior, and even identify potential high-value leads who might otherwise have slipped through the cracks.
This sounds like a game changer, especially for businesses that rely heavily on website traffic to generate leads.
It is. And what's even more compelling is that TrafficID offers a free trial, so you can actually test its capabilities without any financial commitment.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. So we got HubSpot for businesses dipping their toes into the AI waters, and TrafficID for those who want to unlock the hidden potential of their website traffic. Both offer accessibility and ease of use, but with their own unique strengths.
Exactly. And the best part is that both platforms are designed to integrate seamlessly with your existing systems, so it's easier than ever to implement AI lead generation into your sales process.
This is making me realize that AI isn't just some far-off futuristic concept. It's here, it's now, and it's accessible to businesses of all sizes.
That's the beauty of it. AI is democratizing access to powerful tools and insights that were once only available to large corporations with deep pockets. Now, any business can leverage the power of AI to transform their sales process and compete on a level playing field.
Okay, so we've covered what AI lead generation is, why it's so exciting, and even some key features and platforms to consider. But let's get practical. How does a business actually implement AI lead generation? Where do you even begin?
That's a great question, and it's one that a lot of businesses struggle with. It can feel daunting, especially if you're not a tech expert. But luckily, the sources we've been looking at provide a pretty clear roadmap for getting started. It all boils down to 5 key steps.
Okay, I'm all ears. Walk me through it.
All right, the first step is to define your ideal customer profile. AI is only as good as the data it works with. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say. So you need to be crystal clear about who you're targeting. What are their pain points? What are their aspirations? What keeps them up at night?
So before you even think about software or algorithms, you need to understand who you're trying to reach. That makes perfect sense. What's next?
Once you know who you're after, you need to choose the right software. This is where those features we talked about earlier come into play. Predictive analytics, lead scoring, personalization. You need to select a platform that aligns with your specific needs, your budget, and the systems you already have in place.
So it's about finding the right tool for the job, not just jumping on the latest bandwagon. What happens once you've chosen your AI weapon of choice?
Then it's time to set up your data pipelines. This is where you connect your CRM, your website analytics, your email marketing platform, any other relevant data sources you might have to your AI lead generation software.
So you're basically creating a central nervous system for your AI, giving it access to all the information it needs to do its job effectively.
That's a great way to put it. Once the data is flowing, the fun part begins. That's when you get to automate personalized outreach. This is where you craft those tailored messages and leverage AI to deliver them at the right time through the right channels.
This is where AI truly shines, right? Taking care of all the repetitive work while ensuring each interaction feels personal and relevant.
Exactly. And the final step, and this is crucial, is to monitor and optimize. AI is not a set it and forget it solution. You need to track your key performance indicators, your KPIs, and use AI insights to continually refine your campaigns and strategies.
So it's a continuous learning process. AI provides the data and insights, but it's up to you to use that knowledge to make strategic adjustments and improve your results over time.
Precisely. AI is a powerful tool, but it's not a magic bullet. It takes human expertise and strategic thinking to truly unlock its potential.
This is all incredibly insightful, but I think it's important to acknowledge that not everyone is comfortable with the idea of AI being used in sales. Some people worry it's too intrusive, that it dehumanizes the sales process. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a valid concern, and it's one that we need to address head-on. The key is to use AI responsibly and ethically, always putting the customer experience first. Transparency is crucial. Be upfront about how you're using AI and give customers control over their data. Let them opt out if they want to.
So it's not about tricking people or using AI to manipulate them. It's about using AI to enhance the customer experience, to make it more personalized, more efficient, and ultimately more enjoyable.
Exactly. When used correctly, AI can actually humanize the sales process. It allows businesses to connect with customers on a deeper, more meaningful level. It's about building relationships, not just closing deals.
I love that perspective. It's not about replacing human connection. It's about amplifying it.
Precisely. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It's up to us as businesses and as a society to ensure that we're using it to create a better future for everyone.
Well said. And that's a great place to wrap up part one of our deep dive into AI lead generation software. We've covered a lot of ground, from the basics of how AI works to the ethical considerations of using this powerful technology in sales.
And we've only just scratched the surface. In part two, we'll be diving even deeper into the nuances of AI lead generation, exploring the potential impact on the future of business, and even venturing into some uncharted territories.
Stay tuned. It's about to get even more interesting. Welcome back to our deep dive into AI lead generation. We ended part one on a pretty thought-provoking note, this idea that AI can actually humanize the sales process. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a paradox, isn't it? I mean, we tend to think of AI as, cold and impersonal, but when it's used thoughtfully, it can really help businesses connect with customers on a deeper level. It's all about using the technology to enhance human capabilities, not replace them.
Okay, yeah. I'm starting to see how that could work.
Mm.
But, I'm also wondering about the potential downsides. Like, are there any risks or challenges that businesses need to be aware of?
There are. AI is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it can be misused. One of the biggest concerns we see is the potential for creating echo chambers, where AI systems basically reinforce existing biases and preferences.
Echo chambers, how could that happen in the context of lead generation?
Well, imagine an AI system that's trained on data that reflects a company's, existing customer base. It might learn to prioritize leads that fit a certain profile and inadvertently exclude, potentially valuable prospects who don't fit the mold.
Ah, I see. So instead of expanding a company's reach and diversifying its customer base, the AI could actually end up narrowing its focus and reinforcing, existing biases.
Exactly. So it's crucial for businesses to be aware of this potential pitfall and to proactively take steps to mitigate it. This could involve, using diverse data sets to train AI algorithms, regularly auditing AI systems for bias, and, just making sure that human oversight is always in place.
Right. It's like any decision-making process. You need to have checks and balances in place to make sure you're not, perpetuating harmful biases or excluding potentially valuable perspectives.
Precisely. And it's not just about fairness ethics, it's also about, business success. By embracing diversity and challenging AI systems to think outside the box, companies can uncover hidden opportunities, connect with a wider range of customers.
It's a win-win, really, ethical and profitable. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about the potential impact of AI on the workforce. One of the sources we came across actually uses a rather, provocative phrase, the great reskilling. What exactly does that mean?
It refers to this idea that, AI will fundamentally change the nature of work. And employees are going to need to adapt, acquire new skills to stay relevant in an AI-driven world. Some jobs will inevitably be automated, but many more will be, transformed, requiring a different set of skills and a new way of thinking.
So it's not necessarily about, like, mass unemployment, but rather a shift in the types of jobs that are available.
Yeah.
And the skills that are needed to succeed.
Exactly. The key is to, embrace lifelong learning and to be proactive in developing the skills that will be in high demand in an AI-powered economy. This could involve learning how to work alongside AI systems, understanding how to interpret and analyze data, or honing, uniquely human skills, things like creativity, critical thinking, emotional intelligence.
I'm starting to see a theme here. It's not about humans versus machines. It's about humans and machines working together. It's about using AI to, like, augment our abilities, not replace us.
Exactly. AI is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used to amplify our strengths and overcome our limitations. The key is to approach it with a, mindset of collaboration and to focus on developing the skills and qualities that will allow us to thrive in this, new era.
It's exciting. And I'll be honest, a little bit daunting. It's like we're standing on the cusp of a new, an industrial revolution.
Yeah.
But this time it's powered by artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's a great analogy. I mean, we're at a pivotal moment in history, and the choices we make today, they're going to shape the future of work. And society as a whole, it's up to us to ensure that AI is used for good to create a world where, everyone benefits from its potential.
Okay, so we've talked about the ethical considerations, the potential impact on the workforce, the need for collaboration between, humans and AI. But let's zoom out even further and think about the bigger picture. How could AI fundamentally change the way we do business, the way industries are structured, even the types of companies that succeed?
AI has the potential to disrupt entire industries, much like the internet did in the late 20th century. We're already seeing the early signs of this disruption in areas like, retail, transportation, finance. But the real transformation is yet to come.
Okay, paint me a picture. What might a specific industry like, say, healthcare look like in an AI-driven world?
Well, imagine a world where, AI algorithms analyze vast amounts of patient data to personalize treatment plans, predict potential health risks before they even arise, and assist doctors in making, more accurate diagnoses. We're not just talking about incremental improvements here. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how healthcare is delivered.
It's like moving from a reactive system where we're, like, treating illnesses after they occur to a proactive system where we're able to prevent illnesses and personalize care based on, individual needs and predispositions.
Exactly. And the same principles can be applied to virtually every industry. I mean, in manufacturing, AI could optimize production processes, predict equipment failures before they occur, even design entirely new products based on real-time market data. In education, AI could personalize learning experiences, provide customized feedback to students, and even, automate administrative tasks, freeing up teachers to focus on what they do best, which is, inspiring and mentoring their students.
It's mind-boggling to think about the possibilities. It seems like AI has the potential to touch every aspect of our lives, from the mundane to the profound.
It does. And that's why it's so important to have these conversations now, to explore the potential benefits and the challenges of AI and to ensure that we're using this technology responsibly, ethically.
Well said. Well, listeners, we've covered a lot of ground in this part of our deep dive. We've explored the ethical considerations of AI lead generation, the potential impact on the workforce, and the transformative power of AI across various industries. But there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle that we need to address:
You're talking about the future of human interaction in an AI-driven world. It's the question that's on everyone's mind these days.
Exactly. Will AI bring us closer together, or will it drive us further apart? Will it enhance our humanity, or will it, diminish it? Those are some pretty big questions. And I, for one, I'm really eager to dive into them in part 3 of our deep dive.
Yeah, looking forward to exploring those questions with you.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into AI lead generation. We've explored the mechanics, the potential, the challenges, but now it's time to tackle the big one, the future of human interaction in an AI-driven world.
It's the question, isn't it? As AI becomes more and more a part of our lives, how will it change the way we connect with each other, how we communicate, how we build relationships?
It's funny, we start with something specific like AI-led generation software, but these deep dives always seem to lead us to these bigger questions about, the future of humanity.
It's inevitable, I think. AI isn't just a technology. It's a force that's changing everything. Our world, our societies, even how we see ourselves. And at the heart of it all is how we interact with each other.
Okay, so let's get to the heart of it. What are some of the ways AI could impact human interaction, both good and bad? The sources we've been looking at, they paint a pretty complex picture.
Yeah, there are definitely two sides to this coin. On the one hand, AI could really help us connect better, communicate more clearly, even bridge those gaps between cultures. Imagine AI-powered translation tools that could eliminate language barriers.
Wow, so people from all over the world could understand each other instantly. No more misunderstandings.
Exactly. It could bring us closer together, foster more empathy and understanding between cultures. And it's not just about breaking down barriers. AI could also help deepen the connections we already have. Imagine tools that analyze our communication patterns, help us understand each other better, maybe even identify potential conflicts before they blow up. We could build stronger, more meaningful relationships.
So AI could be like a relationship coach. I like that. But like you said, there are two sides to this. What's the potential downside?
Well, the flip side is that AI could actually isolate us, create these echo chambers where we're only exposed to information that reinforces what we already believe. We talked about this earlier with lead generation, how AI algorithms can narrow our focus.
Right, instead of expanding our horizons, we could end up in these little bubbles, surrounded by people who think just like us.
And that's a concern that goes way beyond the business world. Think about it. Social media feeds, news sources, even our entertainment choices. What if they're all curated by AI algorithms that prioritize engagement over accuracy, novelty over nuance?
It's a scary thought. A world where everything is tailored to our preferences, but we're actually missing out on the bigger picture.
That's the risk. We could lose our ability to think critically, to engage with the world in all its complexity.
So it's not really about the technology itself. It's about how we use it, the values we build into it.
Absolutely. We need safeguards. We have to make sure that AI serves humanity, not the other way around.
This is making me realize that AI is more than just, lines of code or algorithms. It's like a mirror, reflecting our hopes and fears, our aspirations.
It is. AI is a product of human ingenuity, and its impact ultimately depends on us. The choices we make, the paths we choose to follow.
Well, listeners, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into AI-led generation software. We started with one topic, but as always, we've explored so much more.
From the inner workings of AI to the future of business, the workforce, even the very nature of human connection, it's been quite a journey.
It has. And as we wrap up this episode, we'll leave you with one final question to ponder. In a world increasingly shaped by AI, what role will you play? Will you be a passive observer, or will you actively shape the future?
Will you embrace the possibilities or approach them with caution? The choice is yours.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We'll see you next time.